Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Freedom Friday, and I'm here to tell you how a man can take his household back right here. Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another Freedom Friday. I first want to say like, share, and subscribe to the Let's Rock podcast. I do this every week, every Friday, Freedom Friday here. All right. So, what's been on my mind this week is basically how a man should take back his household, right? So, pretty much these are things that I've spoken before that before a man should get into a relationship, he should have control of his own household, stability as far as his career, some type of direction, just knowing where he's going as a man. Too many times, too many men today do not have an idea where they're going, don't have a vision, don't have any direction. They're depending on relationships and getting into these relationships to direct them on how they should be, the type of man they should be, where they should be going, how they should be moving. No. And that's the problem today in dating. You can call me traditionalist, you can call me out of touch, you can say that, it's no longer like that today. It shouldn't have rules and roles and this, that, and the third. The problem is that's what society has brought into the dating space today. And I'm going to show you a couple things on what society has brought to the household, how it's taken the man out of the household, how it's taken love out of relationships and dating to prove this fact, right? So here it is. Here's the first one. Look at this, right? Just look. This is what today has brought, right? You could, again, women proposing to men, right? Women bringing the masculinity in relationships, in marriage, right? This is a masculine trait, right? Explain to me why in this era, in this society, that women are proposing to men. Men are supposed to be pursuing women based off of the standards that she can set for your life. Explain to me why this is happening. I would love to know in the comments, right? Women are needing marriage that bad that you have to come to this to get what you want, right? Why? Tell me why. Tell me why this is the way it is. Women proposing to men, right? She's down on one knee in front of everybody. That's a masculine trait. And I don't get it. But I know a lot of the feminists and a lot of society are going to say, well, it's okay. It's all right. Again, you're taking the man out of the household, right? Let's dive deep into more what I mean, right? Again, we have declared that this is okay. This to me tells me that men are confused. Men don't have an idea on the type of woman they want. No direction, right? No clarity, confused, right? And I even bring up a lot of things that I've said before as far as the environment they were brought up growing up. I don't get it. Society has taught us that you either be happy by yourself or you marry multiple women for happiness. This is confusion to me. This is absurdity to me. This tells me that as a man, You're not ready for a commitment in the covenant of marriage. As a woman, you're willing to share your husband and share your man with another woman. That's just what this tells me. Women, you're not ready for commitment in this situation. Right? How is a man going to be a man? I mean, on the outside looking in, as others, as the outside looking in, he's like, man, he's the man. He's got 2 wives. He's got 2 women. Right? But who do you think's going to have control of that relationship? Not him. Right? This tells me that you got to deal with 2 different personalities, which tells me you can't deal with one. As a man, how are you going to multitask this? And it's not right. You can call me a traditionalist. You can say whatever you want. I would love to know in the comments how you guys feel about this situation, where this poly lifestyle is accepted in society. We can't make good decisions as men, so we choose. What do we do? We lead on society to say this is okay, and it's not. It's not. It's confusion. Right? Lack of direction, lack of clarity. We should really talk to this brother and be like, are you making the right decisions in life? What are we doing? We're turning in the right things, the right decisions for happiness, short-term happiness, right? I'm going to show you some more. Society has taught and put in your face, right, that marriage is a transaction. I hear it all the time. Relationships and marriage are a transaction. And so what are men doing? They're choosing to be single for the rest of their life. Right? That marriage is a transaction. That marriage is a business proposal. That marriage is a contract. And you know what society has done? It's taken the love and the commitment and the covenant of marriage out of marriage. And it's changed your way of thinking. It changed your mindset that in order for me to get with somebody, to be in a relationship with somebody, to marry someone, you've got to make enough money for me to take care of me and all my needs. That's transactional. That's business. You got to scratch my back for me to scratch yours. And 9 times out of 10, if this man is providing all this money to you, you're not going to be able to uphold his expectations. You think sex keeps a man around? It's a part of it. It's important. Yes. Intimacy is important. Yes. But do you think as a woman, that's all you have to bring to the table? And I question this. What, as a woman, do you expect to bring to the table? What is it? Right? You're not bringing support. You're not bringing encouragement. You're an emotional burden. You want what you want. Right? You want to be masculine. You think femininity is going to keep you in that relationship and keep the benefits and the transactions that he's providing in that marriage, in that relationship, is not long term. Right? And men, you're happy with this. You're happy working 12, 18 hours to give your money to your spouse who brings nothing to the table. Now, if you're willing to build with your spouse, man, you're lucky. You're lucky, right? Because you're in a situation where someone is trying to build with you. But you got situations now, man, but where one person wants what they want, the other person wants what they want, and they're willing to sacrifice what you guys have, the commitment of marriage, to say, you know what? I'm not working with this person anymore. You're willing to quit. That's why divorces are 60% right now. Right? And you got, and men or women are marrying each other today and don't even know if they love the person. They just like the person. They like the perks that come with marriage. Right? They like what he's bringing to the table. Right? It's a business transaction. Right? That's what society has told us what we should look for in a man. Business qualities. How can he take care of me for the rest of my life? Right? And now, right? If a woman makes more than a man, that doesn't take the respect or the direction out of the household. Right? What I'm saying is, yes, a man and a woman should be able to build with each other. If a woman is making more money than a man, right, that doesn't take the respect or the direction that man has for himself, the marriage, and you. That's the problem. A lot of women feel, in making more money, they feel they should be masculine and have control. Why is it such a thing where a woman has to have control in a marriage and a relationship? What that does is takes the masculinity and emasculates a man, and he can't gain respect. He can't get respect. Your whole personality and mind shift has changed. Right? You make him feel like he's a failure. And the problem is, men, you're marrying these women. You're not doing your background checks at all. That's a problem, right? Where people are looking for people on what they can get out of it. Business transactions, right? Look at this, right? If someone posted this right now on social media, right? There'd be so much hate for this, right? I look at this and I see love, right? I see love. I see care. You see how he's smiling? You see how she's smiling? Society has taught us that's been taken out of the marriage and relationships today. People aren't happy with themselves and they try to get in relationships and thinking this other person can make me happy when you haven't fixed yourself. I.e. men, i.e. women. You haven't dealt with the baggage and the trauma within yourself. So you try to pick a man, pick a woman who, oh man, she's so beautiful. Oh man, he makes a lot of money, right? He makes over $150,000, $200,000. He can take care of me. I can get this out of him, right? I don't need to love him. I can just give him sex. I can just open my legs, right? And as a man, you're out there working just for her femininity. Look at our society right now and what it's turned into, right? Society is taking love out of the household. It's taking the man out of the household. It's taking the respect out of relationships, right? It's taking the masculinity out of the man, right? You apply for a certain job. You are, you apply for a certain job. They're looking for certain qualities. It's certain. And of course, there's race involved. There's qualifications. There's what you've done. That's who you know. That's exactly what's transferred over to relationships. It's what you know, who you know, right? There's a gender war going on right now. There's a race war going on right now. There's a red pill, blue pill war going on right now. Women are trying to be men. Men are trying to turn it into women, right? And we as men, we've got to take back the household, right? The problem is you're not getting respected in your relationship, and within men, you're not being respected by your peers in your circle of men. And what that does is it isolates the man to where he has no one to speak to, because love is taking out of the relationships, out of the household. Right? So I just want to name 3 things, 3 ways a man can take back this household, right? Men, you got to have some standards, right? You got to have some standards for yourself. You got to have some standards for your household. And I've been banging on the table that before you get in a relationship, you got to have your own house, your own career, you got to have your own car, you got to be stable, man. And a quote that I'll never forget that's gotten me so riled up about this is that you got to have some standards or you will fall for anything. And that's exactly what men are doing today. You're falling for the okie doke. You're falling for the facade. You're falling for the short term. You have no standards at all. Right? At all. And you're falling for it. And then you think that you're in a relationship. You see the red signs. You see the red flags. And you get in these relationships and thinking, it'll change. I can change it. No, you can't. And then you take it a step further and say, oh, right? I'll marry her. I'll buy the ring she wants me to buy. Right? Get married and thinking that, well, I'll work hard enough. I'll be me. You're stressing yourself out and thinking that she will change. No, it won't. No, it won't. Right? And it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me on how many men don't have any standards. Right? You're entering in relationships that don't have the simple, basic tools you need. You think that being in the gym, going to the gym, having a nice outward appearance is going to keep a woman? It's going to command respect? It may for short term, but once she gets to know you, you ain't got your own place, you're not stable. How long are you going to keep that woman? Right? A good woman. I ain't talking about some of these women that are just with you for certain agendas. I'm talking good women. How long do you think she's going to stay around? She may be loyal for a little while. She may help you try to get to certain steps to where you need to be, but you got to have some standards. That takes a lot of work. Right? Second thing, right? So first thing, have some standards. Take back the household. Right? Have a vision. Know where you're going. Stop trying to convince other people of your vision. Go out and execute. Right? Go out and execute. Do something about it. You believe in your vision, that's all that matters. What do you need a whole army or validation to feel like someone can see your vision? Go out and execute. And if you believe in it hard enough and long enough, that if you get on the stubble, if you fall over on the stumbling steps, you get up and you keep going. Right? Know where you're going, because when you know where you're going as a man, you know where you're going as far as taking the relationship, you know where you're going as far as taking a marriage. Have a vision, have some direction before you get in a relationship, before you decide to get married. Do your homework. Conduct background checks. Does this person fit my vision, my direction? Will she respect me? Right? Is she on board with that vision? That's how you take back your household. You got to find these qualities in a woman. Right? Third thing. You got to leave the childish ways behind. Right? Right? You got to leave the childish things behind. Right? You're not a boy. You're a man. Right? But too many times we're plus 30 plus, living in a 2-year-old mindset. Right? We're thinking with our penis. Right? That's childish. Right? We're not thinking with our heart. We're not thinking with our mindset. We're thinking with our penis. Right? And just to reference a couple things, right? This whole thing about men going with the flow, that's what boys do. Boys go with the flow. Men are willing to stand against the tide, direction, vision. Right? Right? Boys want to be liked. Too many men out here want validation. They want to be liked. They want to be worshipped. right? Men want to be respected. There's a difference, right? Too many times, boys focus on image, right? Men build character, right? You're so fixated on how I should look, how I should dress every day. Matter of fact, you're fixated on how the woman should dress, how the woman should look, how she should look all the time. Femininity, that's an image. Decision making is character. The decisions you make in life, long term, builds character, right? And I'm talking to our men right now, right? Right? Boys want to please people. Men want to please God, right? They're praying, they're reading, they understand the commitment, they know the direction, they know the value. And I'm not saying men are perfect. I'm not perfect, right? No man out here, no woman is out here perfect. But you put in the work. You got to put in the work, right? You got to put in the work. And I know that's hard to do. Right? I'm working on it every day. But consistency is key. Right? Consistency is key, y'all. So I say to that, free yourself. Right? You got to take back your household. And I know it's hard to ignore society. I know it's hard to ignore what our circle is doing. Change your circle, right? Ignore the media. Ignore the social media. Ignore society, right? Stand on something. If you're not standing on something, you're falling for anything. Stop the childish ways. Build character. And it's never too late, right? And I'm hoping this video can help somebody, help our men, right? Free yourself, all right? I'm Philosophical from the Let's Rock podcast. And I see y'all next week for another Freedom Friday, y'all. I'm out, y'all. Peace.